Hello, welcome to Hood College. My name is Dr. Corey Campion, and I'm the director of the Master of Arts in Humanities program. If we haven't met already in person or online in some format, let me just take this opportunity to say welcome to Hood and welcome to our program. If there's anything that I can do to help you throughout your tenure at Hood, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. If you've got questions about courses, registration, finding a thesis advisor, picking a thesis topic, or just pondering the meaning of life, I'm happy to sit down and talk about all of that with you. The best way to reach me is by email, and my email address is campion@hood.edu, campion@hood.edu. There's going to be some more information about the program coming after this video, and when you finish looking through that, if you have any questions about the program, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. But for now, just let me wish you good luck and have a great semester. Thanks. Once again, just let me say welcome to Hood, welcome to our program, and I hope that your experience over the next several semesters is a good one and an enriching one, and if there's anything that I can do to help you ensure a successful graduate experience, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. In this brief online orientation, what I would like to do is just give you a short overview of the program, talk about some of the learning outcomes, their connections to the goals of the graduate school for graduate students, look at the courses that are required, talk a little bit about some of the electives and the registration process, and then offer you a couple of sample schedules to give you a sense of what your course load might look like here at Hood. Of course, everything that's sketched out here is a sort of general example. So I will be meeting with each student individually, as I usually do throughout the semester, to talk about registration and courses and your progression through the program. And so if you have any questions about your specific case, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help. So the Master of Arts in Humanities program is, of course, an interdisciplinary degree which aims to provide students not just with expertise in a particular field or fields in the humanities, but also to ensure that students have the tools necessary to explore problems across disciplinary boundaries within the humanities. And so throughout your coursework, you'll be learning to do things like synthesize in-depth information from relevant sources, whether these are primary sources, secondary sources, whether they're works of art, works of music, historical documents, whatever is appropriate for your particular field of interest and area of research. We really pride ourselves on equipping students to complete graduate level research and analysis in their fields. We're also going to focus a lot on constructing and answering analytical questions, right? Moving along beyond the types of questions that are asked in undergraduate programs to help students in our program develop the original research questions that produce some of the exciting portfolios and theses that students have written in the program over the years. And then, of course, we're going to have a tremendous emphasis on written communication skills. I mean, writing is essential for success in the humanities. It's the way in which we share our rich findings, and so I think you're going to see that all of your courses across the program really place an emphasis on writing. I think you'll find that these learning goals for the program very much are in line with the learning goals for the graduate school, which places a great deal of emphasis on making sure that graduate students have solid skills in communication and research and critical reasoning, problem solving, diversity, as well as professionalism. And I think you'll find that the Master of Arts in Humanities program provides sound training in all of these areas. If we talk about the program requirements specifically for the Master of Arts in Humanities program, it's important to note that there are 4 required pro-seminars. That is to say that these 4 courses that you see listed here on the required pro-seminar list are ones that you must take. Each of these is worth 3 credits alone, and so together the required pro-seminars are worth 12 credits. The pro-seminars are History 501, Philosophy and Religion 501, Literature 501, and Fine Art and Music 501. Now, I should note that these courses do not require you to have previous work in one of these given fields. One of the questions that I often get about particularly the Fine Art and Music Pro Seminar is whether or not someone has to know how to play an instrument. You do not have to know how to play an instrument to take that course. The reason that we have these pro seminars in place is because this is a degree in the humanities, and these are the core fields that together make up the humanities. And so we feel very strongly that if someone holds a degree in humanities, there are certain things about each of these fields that students should know, certain key concepts, certain texts, certain authors, certain schools of thought. That students should be aware of, and that when students have these tools and have these ideas, it can enrich their work in whatever particular field or fields of interest they have in the humanities. So these 4 pro seminars really provide the foundation for the program. And beyond that, then you will go on to take elective courses. Now, the number of elective courses that you take varies depending on your choice of final project, and I'll explain that in just a moment. But in terms of what we have for elective offerings, I will send out each semester to students in the program a list of the courses that are being offered as electives. Sometimes these courses will be listed with an HUM or humanities prefix. Sometimes they will be listed with a disciplinary prefix like HIST, history, or ENGL, English. In any case, whether the course is listed as HUM or HIST or whatever prefix it carries, the courses are open to students across the humanities and in the program. And I think what you'll find is that we get students with a variety of interests across the humanities coming together and exploring a central topic. I'll give you one example. A course that I have taught in the past explores the meaning of food in Western society. And in this course, we look at the meaning of food through the lenses of history, philosophy, literature, music, even a little bit of politics and economics to step just briefly beyond the humanities. And students come together and explore a set of common readings, and then at the end of the course are really encouraged and invited to apply the course topic to whatever their particular area of interest might be. I had a student who was an English teacher, and she was preparing a whole new lesson on early American literature and poetry. And she actually used the paper in this course as an opportunity to explore some poetry and some journal writing on food from the colonial period. And she's since taken that work and applied it directly in her classroom. Another teacher was an English teacher. She took a course on German history and discovered the use of Shakespeare in post-war Germany as a tool of re-education by the Allied armies who were working to denazify Germany. She took that work and applied it to her lessons on Shakespeare and really enriched the work that she was able to give to her own students. So I think you'll see we have a wide variety of elective courses. We've had everything from, as I said, food and German history to the meaning of vacation and leisure in Western society, to Egyptomania, Native American literature, the history of African American culture. We've had explorations of pop culture. We really try to offer a wide variety of electives, and of course every semester I invite students to suggest elective topics that they're interested in. And while we can't promise that we'll offer everything, we really do want the program to work for students, and so if there's a topic that you'd like to see offered as an elective, please let us know. I should note that along with the elective courses, it is also possible for students to complete one directed reading in the program. This is usually an opportunity that students use as they prepare to write their thesis to really explore a particular topic in depth as they get ready to do a major research project. It can also be just a chance to study a topic that you've always wanted to and never had a chance, and maybe you didn't quite find a course on that topic. So that is there as well. And we also have an internship opportunity If you are interested in pursuing professional connections between your classwork and your work in the workplace. And I'd be happy to talk about all of those with you as well. One last thing I'll note is that it is possible for students to take one course outside of the humanities if they feel that it connects to their own research. This, of course, requires approval of your advisor. But just as an example, we had a student who was really interested in the history of cartography and of explorations in the early modern world. And the student actually took a course on oceans and oceanography in the environmental science program, just as a way to sort of beef up on that kind of scientific aspect of his work in the humanities. And so that is one possibility as well. And again, if you have any questions about the types of elective courses that are sent out every semester, or wondering if this or that course might count, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. The last part of the program then is the final project, and we offer a choice for students here. There's either a portfolio or a thesis project. The portfolio project consists of finding a central topic across 3 seminar papers that a student has written for 3 different courses. Let's say, for example, that someone selects the idea of national identity. You look back over your seminar papers and you realize that national identity is really a topic that's interested you over your time in the program. You could then go ahead and write a scholarly introductory essay about national identity, and then you would rework the 3 papers to more directly address your topic and the issues raised in that introductory essay. This project really allows you to sort of take 3 papers that you've written as the foundations for a final project. It's a project that often appeals to students who maybe aren't interested in the traditional longer thesis research project, and it's one that students have enjoyed, and so we offered that based on student feedback. The other option that we have is the thesis, and this is a traditional master's thesis. This is an opportunity for students to take an original idea, a topic, something that they've been thinking about for a while across their coursework, and really delve into the topic and work closely with a faculty advisor and committee of readers as they produce this thesis. Now, because the thesis requires a little bit more work than the portfolio, what we do to ensure that all students are completing a balanced workload across the program is to ask students who are completing the portfolio to take 1 extra elective course. Students who are completing the thesis take 1 less elective course. So, for example, if you complete the thesis, you will take 4 elective courses for 12 credits. If you complete the portfolio, you'll take 5 elective courses for 15 credits. And I know that may sound a little bit confusing right now, and frankly, it's really a bit down the road, but I like to just point it out in the beginning as you start your coursework. And again, as you go through the program and you have a chance to look through the program handbook, which I will be sending out to you if you do not already have it, I'm happy to sit down and talk with you about all of the coursework as well as the portfolio and the thesis processes. Just to give you a brief sample schedule, and really this varies based on your own personal timeline and the speed with which you wish to complete the program. I think it's good to keep in mind that the vast majority of our students, I think it's fair to say the majority, maybe close to 100%, are folks who have full-time jobs elsewhere and are also pursuing graduate training. About half of the program comprises public secondary educators who are looking for enhanced content trainings that they can apply in their classroom. And the other half of the program, the other half of the student body, are what we think of as lifelong learners, folks who have jobs in accounting, in the medical fields, in the sciences, but have a real passion for the humanities and want additional training in the humanities, and so pursue our degree toward that end. Given then that everybody is working full-time in the program, we offer all of our courses in the evening. They usually begin at 5:30. They meet once a week. We are beginning to offer more hybrid courses, which will allow folks a little bit more flexibility in terms of the number of nights that they need to come to campus, because we realize that working full-time and going to graduate school is a lot of work. Most students take between 1 and 2 courses per semester. It really is up to you how you want to structure your schedule. Ultimately, you have 7 years to complete the degree, though the vast majority of students finish the degree much sooner. But I've sketched here a brief sample schedule, taking a pro seminar and maybe an elective in each semester, working your way through the 4 required pro seminars and the elective work, and then at the end taking the portfolio or thesis. I would make one suggestion, which is that if you are in any kind of hurry or are facing an accelerated timeline to complete the degree, it really is a good idea to take a pro seminar in each of your semesters in the program, because the pro seminars are offered on a 2-year rotation. So for example, if you enter this fall, and say Fine Arts 501 is being offered, if you didn't take Fine Arts 501, you wouldn't be able to take it again for 2 falls because it's on that 2-year rotation. So I think in order to finish the program on a faster timeline, it's important to take those 4 pro seminars during your first 4 semesters in the program. Again, if you have questions or concerns about that, we can sit down and talk about this, or chat by phone or email at any point. If you're interested in full-time enrollment, and all HRSA scholars and international students on F1 visas are required to enroll full-time, your schedule might look a little bit different. Again, a pro seminar in each of the semesters, a couple of electives each semester, and then a portfolio or a thesis project at the end. And again, this is a sample schedule, and the specifics are going to depend on the individual students' visa requirements, the program enrollment, whether or not they're enrolled as a teaching assistant in the language program. There's a lot of variety of factors that come into play here. So this is just a sample schedule, but to give you a sense of what full-time enrollment would look like. And lastly, I just wanted to close and point out some unique opportunities about this, about the program. We have every year an annual Humanities Student Research Conference, which takes place in September. This is a really exciting opportunity for students, graduate students, to present work that they've done in the program or work that they're looking to do for their thesis. This conference gathers together undergraduates and graduate students from Hood and area schools for a really enriching research conference that gives you a chance to get that conference experience without the cost of travel and registration for the more expensive conferences around the country. We also have begun offering faculty-led short-term study abroad trips. We had one 2 years ago to France to see World War I memorials and battlefields. We also have a trip in the works to Germany, and we're open to suggestions if there's other places that you would like to see trips made available for. For the teachers in the program, I really can't emphasize enough that we really strive to be here for you. We understand that you're in this program particularly because you want to study your content fields more, and so we really encourage you to speak with your faculty members, talk about the lessons that you're developing in your courses, and use those final course papers, the portfolio, the thesis as opportunities to do research and develop new content that you can apply in your classrooms. And we would love to hear about those applications that you make between your coursework at Hood and your classroom at your school. Please share that information with us, because we really are here to provide that resource. I should just also note that, where Hood is, we're in Frederick. We are so close to all kinds of world-class research facilities in Frederick and DC and the Baltimore area. These are facilities that students in the program have used to enrich their final projects, but their seminar papers as well, and we hope you'll take advantage of those. I know that many of the faculty in the program use these regularly, and we think this is a great resource for you. You're also going to find that the program has a sort of cohort feel. We don't require a cohort, but you'll see that you start taking courses with similar colleagues each semester. And as you go through the program, you'll get to know these folks, and we think that this is a great feature. You're going to have a great support network. As you progress through your classes and then your final project, having a solid set of graduate colleagues to rely on is a really good thing, and we're excited to provide that. And perhaps most importantly, we're just really excited about the student-faculty partnerships that this program encourages, whether it's one-on-one work on seminar papers or work on portfolios and theses. We really encourage you to develop the relationships with faculty members who share your interests and just get everything you can out of those partnerships. And I know that I, as well as my colleagues, the faculty in the program, will be looking to build those partnerships with you as well. So we think that this is a really exciting program. Once again, welcome to Hood College. I wish you all the best and much success in your coursework here. If you have any questions about the information in this orientation or any questions going forward, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My email address is here on the screen, campion@hood.edu. And I just hope that you have a great graduate experience and wish you so much success. Thanks for your time.
Congratulations on being accepted to the graduate school at Hood College. My name is Kelsey, and I am in the Master of Arts in Humanities program. Because of the wide range of content covered in the Humanities program, you can really make it your own and adapt it to fulfill any personal or professional goals you have. As such, this program will make you incredibly curious about content areas you haven't been exposed to previously, and even more passionate about your own area of expertise. Our professors come from many different disciplines, and your peers in this program will be from all sorts of backgrounds and career paths as well. This wonderfully unique program has taught me how connected the seemingly different areas of academia really are. I don't think you would be able to find many other graduate programs with content as far-reaching and interesting as ours. As I said before, you can really make this program whatever you want to make it. So make sure to stay curious and enjoy it. Welcome and congratulations again.